Hey, everybody, Mark Myra and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interloop Podcast. Hello, Shane.
Hi, Mark, Myra.
Shane,
Man,
big.
we're almost less than a month away
Oh,
from the
yeah.
roast battles. Comedy with
Yeah.
Carlson. Holy shit, Mark. This is crazy. But that's the plug. That's the whole
That's
plug.
it. It's crazy,
That's it.
guys. A bunch of local comedians are going to be roasting each other. Shane and I are going to be hosting it, and it's May 1st and May 8th. And you get to pick which one you want to go to. If you're friends with some of the comedians, make sure you grab your tickets early because it only seats 100 people each night, and the comedians and Shane and I together, we're taking up half those seats.
Yeah.
So
And that's a fat joke. So
it's
first
a
of many
fat
tonight.
joke. Yeah. And what else? Let's see. Well, I saw, man, you're getting big numbers on the Interloop there, Shane. 5 million
5 million what?
views on a post.
Oh shit,
Did you
dog.
see, do you not look at the thing that you
No,
do?
dude. No.
All
I,
right.
it's what I like to call a pump and dump, Mark.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, a dump and pump, or I dump content on there and then I pump on mod.
Um,
I haven't slept in so long.
why? What's wrong? What
The
happened?
baby doesn't sleep, dude. I got one of these babies that doesn't sleep.
How old's your baby?
He's 14 now. He's seven
I,
months old.
dude, for real, ever since you got married, and I think it's because of COVID and started pumping and dumping these babies,
Hmm.
I have no gauge of time in your life. Like usually I'm like, oh, I can understand. Like to me, your first kid is still 1.5 years old.
That's fine.
Your new kid is 7 years old.
Yeah, we have been feeding him nothing but sugar and cigarettes to keep him that small, so we're good. But yeah, no, he doesn't sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna be super, super silly. So I apologize in advance.
Okay. Have you tried? That's the best when people tell you what to do. Have you tried warm milk on his butthole? Have you
Hmm.
tried that?
Actually, that was the first thing I did try, and
Okay.
that was just instinct. I just was like, I know I got some more milk here.
But you're a
I had so
guy.
much on already on my butthole, so I was like, let me go try it on him.
You're a guy. When our kids wouldn't sleep, I would just send Lily out to deal with it. Be like, hey, the kids are crying. Get out there.
We're an equal opportunity life destroyer here.
Oh, okay. Now,
Yeah,
can I give you the scam that Lily did for me?
please.
Because babies do wake up in the middle of the night, and we wanted to split that time to take care of the baby that wakes up in the middle of the night, right? So this
Yeah,
was Lily's. Lily's was like, Mark, check it. I will take care of the first half of the night, which conveniently ended at like midnight. Which, wow, that's when normal adults usually go to sleep, isn't it? Shane, what did you say? That's when normal adults go to sleep. And
sure.
then she's like, Mark, you take from midnight onward. And it's like, wow, that seems like I'm doing it. I'm doing all of it. That's kind of on the nighttime. And then I would go to work after.
Yeah, nice.
Is that
That's
what you,
good.
is that what you and Elena got going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, we just both work, so we're just both miserable and we hate each other and hate our jobs, and it's good. It's good. It's a good system that we have in place where we in New York is different, right? Because we get the 12 weeks paid time off.
Hmm.
But even that, it's like I shouldn't be at work. I have a 7 month old. I shouldn't be at work. I'm a terrible employee. I'm exhausted, and the times that I'm not exhausted, I'm sick because these kids are picking up AIDS at daycare, and they're spitting it into my mouth and my nose and
Sure.
puking at me. So I mean, what you're talking about, um, I forget what you're talking about, but
Pump and dump.
pump
Elena's
and
been
dump.
drinking a lot. I know.
So, you know that Bible story about the judgment of Solomon with that
Probably
baby.
not. Oh, is that what
There's
they cut it in half?
they're like somebody was like, yeah, okay. They're both fighting over this baby, and then Solomon was like, all right, well, guess we'll have to cut the baby in half. And then one
Hmm.
woman was like, that's fine, and he's like, nope, that's how I know you're not the mom, because
Because you don't want the baby cut in half.
you were okay with it getting cut in half or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm I think that was the real mom.
She's sick of
Because
the
at this
shit.
point, fucking saw this baby in half. You know what I mean? If you catch me at the right time, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, saw it in half, dude.
I feel like I gotta show
Anything to
you.
make it sleep, dude.
Don't, hey, Shane, I don't know if you need to be reminded of this. Don't shake this baby. I don't know if you
Oh,
knew that it's bad for babies to be
really? I've heard that.
shaken. Don't do it. Um, I feel like you've got a lot going on, Shane. You seem stressed out by all the things you just told me and how you want to saw your baby in half now. So I'm just saying, I
But when you
bet
say it like out loud, it sounds bad.
so my suggestion to you, because I feel like you've got a lot of things you're juggling, a lot of things, a lot of stressors, and there's one that's been a stressor you've got going on for a long time that you can break your kosher. I bet you're gonna be you eat one piece of meat, you eat one real cheeseburger, and you're gonna be feeling right as rain, Shane. Right as it's the vegetarian that's doing it.
Yeah, I think now that the tariffs are hitting, it's the time for me to really get back into export
Beef,
imported beef.
Canadian beef,
That's the time. I think chicken wings are about to really come down in price. I feel like it's time for me
Canadian
to
and
get back
Japanese
in.
beef. You need to
Yeah,
start
Kobe beef
eating.
especially. That would be crazy. No, actually, I so funny story. Well, not funny at all, actually. Strap in. I had to meet with a dietitian today,
Yeah.
and because my doctor told me that like, okay, you should go vegan because your cholesterol's so bad, and I'm on cholesterol medication now. And the dietitian, I was like, so the doctor says I should go vegan, and she was just like, oh yeah, definitely don't do that. Don't do that. Are you crazy? You are struggling now as it is to get the nutrition that you need. Why would you eliminate anything you're getting from like cheese and eggs, dummy? So that's it. That's wasn't a funny story, but that's the
Is wait
story.
wait, but I'm trying to understand it. Is the dietitian separate than the doctor?
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
work it together in cahoots.
Guess not.
So which one are you going to follow?
The one that says I can still eat ice cream,
Yeah.
which apparently is the dietitian.
I love that ice cream. She's like, yeah, I'm assuming the dietitian is a she.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. I just like that they're like, look, Shade, your doctor told you to go vegan, but you are a collapsing house. And the only thing that's keeping you up and running is gallons of ice cream. That's the mortar between the bricks that's keeping this thing together.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
worried about you. You look sick.
I'm
You
not
maybe it's the hoodie
talking.
you're wearing.
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, no, dude, if you just don't sleep for a few days, you look like Billy Bob Thornton. It's not
Yeah,
good.
this is bad, dude. Can I tell you so Val Kilmer, I look, this podcast,
Wow, wow, wow.
this
What a
podcast
transition. What
is
a
about,
transition.
for the most part, we're going to go through the Rochester news of the day, the biggest stories of the week. Um And we have a Patreon side of the episode, patreon.com/interlude podcast, just $4 a month. But ultimately, look, you're here because you want to hear Shane and I chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer died, Shane. I don't know if I'm breaking this news to you 2 weeks later.
No, usually this would happen while we're podcasting.
um, so Val Kilmer died. And so to honor him, Shane, and by honor him, I mean it was the first thing that popped up on Netflix or Hulu was the movie Tombstone. Have you ever
Oh,
seen that
dude, I
movie?
love that movie. Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
I'm definitely one of the ones that made it start trending on Amazon because I that's as soon as I saw he died, I was like, I'm watching Tombstone tonight.
Never seen it ever. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna watch Tombstone. I heard Val Kilmer's like the man in it. Doc Holliday, right? He's
Yep.
he's coughing his way through that thing. All right, so you've seen it, so you'll appreciate these two things I'm bringing up. Okay, so the whole movie is just like a classic Western where you've got Kurt Russell who's playing Wyatt, and
Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt, you know what he did, Shade? He swore it off a sheriffing. He ain't
Hmm.
sheriffing no more. I just
Hmm.
want to make some money and exploit the poor people. Okay. But you know what, Shane? There's a gang of cowboys around the town of Tombstone, and Wyatt's getting dragged right back into it, back into sheriffing, right?
Hmm.
So dragged back in, and then there's like a very extended long montage of just Wyatt and his crew of horsemen, including Doc Holliday, played by Val Kilmer, just shooting people in open desert. They're just yeah, they're galloping around, shooting people, shooting these like this gang that are essentially the Crips because they have like red bandanas on them or Bloods. Sorry, excuse me. Shooting, and then there's this one scene where there's two of the bad guys. They're sharing a tent, Shane. One of them's drinking a little booze. One of them's smoking a really long pipe. And so he smokes the pipe and he puts it down. And then he goes to pick the pipe back up. And this is a montage, right? And
Hmm.
instead of the pipe getting put into his mouth, the man has now put, unknown to him, Wyatt's gun into his mouth. And then Wyatt blows his fucking brains out. Which is
Yeah.
just insane that Wyatt was able to sneak into that tent and be like, oh, I'm going to trick this fella. And then my second favorite part, if I may,
Yeah.
is Wyatt's like the good guy. He's like the good sheriff, right?
Hmm.
And he's got a wife who like honestly seems nice enough. There's like nothing wrong with her other than she gets really bad migraines because of that. She's taking medicine and now she's addicted to opioids, right? Or opium. She's
Yeah.
drinking opium. Is that what she's drinking?
I think so. Yeah.
For her migraines because she's sick. And then by the end of it, like you don't really, she doesn't do anything bad. She doesn't do anything other than her head really hurts a lot. And by the end, the happy ending for Tombstone is that Wyatt, who's that's her husband, has left her and is fucking some hot actress. I, she all she had was migraines. She wasn't even a bad person, and he really just ditched her.
Dude, it's one of the best movies ever. It's so quotable. What are you just gonna stand there and bleed? Like that's, it's good. It's a
Yeah,
good film. They don't make it like that anymore, Mark.
good stuff.
I'll be a Huckleberry.
All right, Shane, how don't you start? What do we got? Let's do some Rochester news.
Thank God, Mark. So I think the biggest news that probably wasn't covered, right, was hands off protests in Rochester, right? Hands off. Thousands of people swarmed Cobb's Hill Park, taking place the nationwide hands off protests, saying to Trump, "Hey, hands off." To which Trump said, "I'm literally the guy that puts his hands on everybody." Who's like, the whole rape thing.
Yeah.
This is weird. It's not gonna work, and it didn't. But they people got out there by the thousands here in Rochester, and they said, "Hey, hands off my immigrants, hands off the Constitution, hands off our Social Security. Just keep your goddamn hands off everything, all right? Don't freaking touch me." All the people that are still wearing masks outside were seen there protesting. Uh, and there's one quote by some guy that WXXI interviewed, and he said, "I don't know if protesting really changes anything, but it's about solidarity."
Hmm.
To which I'd say, is it? I don't know what it's about anymore. I feel like it's not, it's just about, it's kind of selfish. Isn't it just about making yourself feel better that you feel like you've done something, but really you haven't done anything and nothing's really going to come of it?
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm
Nobody's minds are getting changed from these things anymore.
No, no. And what I think is I'm trying to put this in the most legal, non-treasonous way ever. Okay, Shane, if I may, just in
Sure.
case we have a big FBI sect of our fandom that's listening.
We might.
Um, because I've only been to maybe one or two protests, and they or marches, whatever they're called. They always do them the same in the city. They go to like the city hall area, and then some people speak, and then you march to the where do they put the Christmas tree on a pole? The
Liberty
Liberty
Pole.
pole. You march to the Liberty pole. Other people talk, and then they film you, and then you just kind of go home. And before it happened, you 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 ask for permission from the city. Hey, is it okay? Hey, can we do a protest? And the city says, "Oh, I guess. Why don't you go ahead and protest?" And then you call all the news, and they film you, and they go, "That was quite the protest," which is essentially what happened with this like hands off thing. Look, I'm not saying cop cars need to be flipped. I'm not saying that, Shane. I'm not saying that, things need to be lit on fire. I'm not saying that. Do you understand what I'm not saying, Shane?
I hear it.
Okay, all right. I'm not saying that Teslas need to be have things keyed into them. I'm not saying that's bad, and that will actually get like legit, Shane. That
Good
will get
luck.
you in trouble. That will
Yeah.
get you in trouble if you etched horrible things about Elon Musk into Teslas. That would get you in trouble.
Well, honestly, that's dangerous for you to like. If you stick a key to a Tesla, the Tesla's going to fall apart on your
It's
foot.
going to explode. It will explode. Yeah,
That's dangerous.
everybody's saying like these Teslas are getting lit on fire. No, I think they're people are just briskly walking by them and they're just
Yeah.
exploding. These Teslas are not being lit on fire. They're
The,
poorly manufactured.
the air is too staticky. That's not good.
But I'm saying like these protests are kind of just lame, you know? I love
Yeah.
too. I also see a bunch of like people the way they're coping with the idea. So like they're fans of Trump and they're fans of I guess like if you're a fan of Trump now, you're also a fan of tariffs. I just learned that word. I just what? You're a fan? Oh, I've always been a tariff guy. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like from 7 decades ago, those things.
Yeah, it was
Um,
pretty confusing for me because we at Webster Schools we had an urban suburban kid named Tariff who came in to play running back for the football team, and he was fucking huge.
yeah, and
But no,
everybody
yeah,
liked him.
different from Tariff.
Um, but the big thing to cope with the idea that there might be some people that don't like tariffs is that they're saying that George Soros paid all of the protesters, which at this point, like, yeah, have you seen everybody's 401ks? People need to make money. Like, I will take George Soros, the Koch brothers. Let's do it. I will take your money too.
Yeah, for real. It's like, yeah, I'm a bleeding heart libtard. I get attacked on the internet every single day for my libtarded views. Um, if somebody from the far right asked me to come and stand in with them for $500 for an hour, I would be there without a second thought.
Dude, I have no moral compass. I sit in a room with Bob Lonsberry every day. Now listen, Shane. I also have seen
It kind of seems like you're kind of like a paid protester.
I now Shane, I
Yeah.
um you and I like doing comedy, and boy, golly, would it be fun to get paid more for doing comedy. So, if you're into like comedy writing and you get lucky, you get invited to like basically apply for to like write for the Tonight Show or Colbert and stuff. And boy, wouldn't that be fun if I ever got that job and got money for doing that. Do you know how many times I've seen this post? It's sad that this posting is just like on indeed.com. It's just not how writing jobs are ever posted. Do you know how many times I've been like, maybe I will send in a packet to Gutfeld? You
Gut
know, ma-
feels.
like the fact that he's on indeed.com looking for comedy writers might be the funniest thing he's ever done.
Yeah, that's not good because usually those writing jobs are pretty exclusive,
Yeah.
where you have to be like in the know and to get the invite for them.
Yeah. It's
When it's
not
just
just
like when it's like open casting,
not good.
you're just like, we need to fill content, and anybody that please, for the love of God, because you have to imagine the average Fox News viewer is the least funny fucking person you've ever met. Um, but speaking of crimes, we're talking about Teslas lighting on
Mhm.
fire and everything like that. I would not to get back to the plugging of the the roast battles, but some guy was having issues. We do like a shared document for all the comics, right, where people can write in fun facts about themselves. And that way, the comics will write jokes well in advance about one another. Anyways, one of the comics is having difficulty editing that Google Doc, so he sent me a direct message, and it was like a couple of fun facts, like, oh, I'm from here. I moved to Rochester in this such and such time. This is what I do for work. A couple other tidbits. I went to prison for attempted manslaughter, and also it's like I love the Bills. I love the Buffalo Bills. Just like slipped it. I was like, oh fuck, I should have edited this back. So I hope that guy wins.
Yeah. Hey, whoever's up against Rachel Days, take it easy
He's like,
on him.
it's like good. Like, is this good? Is this okay? It's like, yeah, dude. All you had to say was attempted manslaughter. I think we would have taken it from there. Nothing else he wrote is gonna get talked about. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking
Um,
weirdo.
hey, easy. That's a good friend of ours, Shane.
Good luck
And we,
attempting manslaughter on me.
um, can you manslaughter somebody that wants to die? Hmm. These are the
That seems like consensual manslaughter.
Yeah, it's consensual manslaughter.
That's assisted suicide. Consensual manslaughter is assisted suicide. That's our next interlude shirt merch drop. Um,
Oh, damn. I know this is coming out a day or two later. Speaking of assisted suicide, Shane, remember the
yeah.
assisted just last year, the assisted suicide of the sun. Nice one, Mark.
Oh yeah, that's the
We
anniversary.
we are exactly 1 year from the solar eclipse. It was a year ago today when
It
Rochester.
changed our lives, change everything.
It's crazy that we're still like we're legit still cleaning up after all those people came to Rochester. We're still cleaning. We can still cleaning up the streets after
I
the
just got
droves
home.
of people.
I just got home from the traffic jam. It's
It was crazy.
That was wild. Like all the tourists that we had here. Remember all the big not climate change, solar eclipse tourists. Remember the hotels were booked solid. Couldn't find an Airbnb in town.
We were like planning that like years in advance. Weren't we doing like a year or two in advance, warning people? There were so many warnings. It's so pathetic. This is like if your parents were like we're having a birthday. We're like those people where the parents are having a birthday party and then nobody comes to the kid's birthday party. So then
Mhm.
they got to post online and then like a high school basketball team comes to the kid's birthday party. That's kind of what we did here in Rochester, except the high school basketball team never came to the birthday party, Shane.
Yeah, well, you got to go hard, and that's the reason why we started this whole podcast is that nobody watches the local news, right? So we have
Yeah.
to keep people abreast of what's going on in the city. So you have to talk about things a year in advance because I guarantee there was still about 50% of the population in Monroe County. It got really dark, and they're like, "What
What
the fuck?
what the hell's happening here?
What the fuck is happening? Oh man, somebody check Target."
Are the people in Webster okay with the Coach Sports Bar burning down?
Everything
You
in
guys
Webster's
okay?
burning down.
What else burned down? Harmony House? Tell me not the Harmony House.
I don't think the Harmony House. I Somebody told me the bowling alley was on fire. Somebody told me that Wilbert's tire caught fire. But yeah, the coach. That's the spot, baby. You're talking about a dive bar. That is the spot for fat old whites like me to go and just fucking be depressed and drink out
Oh
of the
man.
dirtiest pitcher you ever had making, people are eating wings out of the same fryer oil that's been there since our dad were eating wings there. There's a smoking hut on the back porch. There's a little plastic like sheeting. You go and sit around a propane fire and you smoke cigarettes and just just it's if you hate your wife, there's
Best
no better
place.
spot than the coach. I think
Best
that's their
place to be.
slogan.
If you hate your
Hey,
wife, come here.
fuck that bitch. Get to the coach.
I so Elvio Fernandez of the band Daughtry, he's from Rochester.
Okay.
He's like the keyboardist for Daughtry.
Wow.
He's opening
Fucking
a
cool.
he's opened a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I think it where did we go eat wings with Pembroke? Bill
Uh,
Barr?
Barbell.
Bar Bill?
Yeah.
I'm a West Sider, Shade. We've got Perkins and that's it.
Bill Bar.
Bar Bill. It's right near there. And I made a joke on Facebook just being like, hey, that guy from Daughtry opened up a just like he opened up a coffee shop. I'm gonna be selling them bootleg DVDs behind it or something. I don't know, some stupid joke. And he personally messaged me
Jesus Christ.
and said, hey, just want to let you know, I thought that was a pretty funny joke. Which means he hated the joke, right? His feelings were definitely hurt by the like, why would you message me to tell me that? Hey,
Jeez,
I'm
dude.
good with it, bro. Just want to let you know I'm good with it.
I can't believe you're getting DMs from the keyboardist from Daughtry, dude.
Not just the keyboardist from Daughtry, but the lead singer of Uncle Plum.
He's the Plum. He's
He's
Uncle Plum.
he's Peter Plum. He
Oh
used to be Peter
man.
Plum, and now he's Elvio Fernandez of Daughtry. But yeah, he used to be Peter Plum, lead singer of Uncle Plum.
Wow, the Plum Man. I didn't know that. Dang, now I feel bad for making fun of
Eating all those
him.
plums.
Damn.
Did you know?
I'm gonna start an Uncle Plum cover band called Grandpa's Taint.
Wait, would it be like Mr. Prune?
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Why would it be Grandpa's Tate?
I don't know. It's plums. I was think balls. Anyways,
So did you ever see Uncle Plum?
probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably from afar, like an East Ave
Oh,
fest.
yeah. Yeah, East End Fest.
Yeah.
You know they were
R.I.P.
plumbing around. Let's see. We're gonna go to the Patreon in a bit, but I want to
It's just you could tell that there was a lot of Rochester news this week.
Haley
Yeah.
Steinfeld, Shane,
Oh my God.
actress Haley Steinfeld, fiance
Here
of
we go.
quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. She's on a big promotional kick because she's got this movie Sinners coming out with Michael B. Jordan. And
Thank you for specifying.
well, I can't say she's in the movie Sinners with Michael Jordan because you'll be like, oh, the basketball player. Yeah, I kind of you on it like you're making fun of me, but I literally do have to specify.
I really don't think you do. I really don't think anybody would have been confused.
Haley Steinfeld's in a movie with Michael Jordan. You'd be like, oh, it's Space Jam 3 coming out?
No,
Sick.
I would have thought that the one that does movies.
Nobody calls Michael B. Jordan Michael Jordan.
I do.
Lily, do people call Michael B. Jordan Michael Jordan? Yeah, I have to specify.
You don't. So I call the actor Michael Jordan and I call the basketball player Michael B. Ball Jordan.
They really should switch. It's Michael Basketball Jordan. They really should switch, shouldn't they? Paul Jordan. They really messed up.
They fucking dumb.
One should be Michael A. Jordan for actor. You know your middle name is just your profession.
Or that guy could have just changed his whole fucking name instead of being like, we'll throw a B in there. Do
Like
something different.
Shane, you're Shane R. Allen for real estate.
Yeah.
And I'm Mark C. Sucker Myra,
Yes.
of course.
Well, because I go by Shane Allen, but my original name is Uncle Shay Shay.
So Haley Steinfeld, she's on the press
She's
tour
yeah,
for her new movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, who should be Michael A. Jordan
for actor.
for actor.
Yes.
And she was asked, "Are the Bills going to win the Super Bowl?" And
Ooh.
Shane, do you know what she said?
She said, "No,
No, they said the
these
Bill,
guys fucking suck."
and she said, "You know," she's like, "Yeah," and they go, "Why?" And she goes, "Look who's at the helm, Shane. Look who's
Vaughn
at the helm."
Vaughn Miller, one of the greatest rapists.
Vaughn R. Miller is who will be.
Uh, I'm so glad you didn't say that.
Yeah. So she's I feel like she's like the new Brittany Mahomes a little bit.
I hope we don't talk about any black people that are in nursing for the rest of the podcast.
You gonna be okay?
No, sorry. Continue. Haley Steinfeld.
I don't know. That's all. She just said that look, she's getting spicy now. She's like, I've always been a Bills fan. You
Yeah.
know. Maybe
Um.
feel like she's the
So
next Brittany Mahomes.
what I've noticed is that with the Bills off season, and there's nothing much to talk about right now. The amount of Haley Steinfeld like thirst traps that these Bills groups are posting is at like an unsustainable level.
Yeah.
Just guys, you're so fucking horny. Just stop. Just stop. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird to be posting this guy's girlfriend, fiance. They're not
Yeah.
married yet, right?
No.
It's it's really weird. She has nothing to do with the football team. Nothing to do with it. Just stop
Yeah.
it. It's
That's
very bizarre.
yeah, we
Because
they
there is, I mean, there is that whole meme that went viral. It's like, Haley Seinfeld is blue cheese and Brittany Mahomes is ranch.
oh boy, we're having
Oh,
fun.
you got her. And they got a billion likes on it. Oh, got her.
I saw also people one of the like Bills backers Facebook whatever groups was then uh they were doing like a this is classy and this is ass and it had like a picture of his old girlfriend. It's like she's just a lady.
Yeah.
Like cut her a break. Didn't Josh Allen dump her and cheat on her? Like
Yeah.
she's the victim here. Give her she didn't ask for this. Give her a freaking break.
Do you think it's do you think it's her PR team is behind the big push on these things?
I think she's
That's my theory.
I think she's just out more because she's promoting a movie, and she didn't have any movies until recently, and she just got engaged, so people are asking her about it.
No, I get that, but I'm saying like specifically these like Bills backers. Are you just saying that because she's out and about more, more people are picking up on her?
she's got
She
comments
got
that
some
she's
heat.
saying yeah, so they're picking up on that. I don't think they're like paying these loser Facebook pages because if they were, Shane Interloop Bill's backer page
Yeah,
get
maybe
some
we need to do
cash.
some Steinfeld content. Maybe we do something like we do her but as Seinfeld, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What's the deal with Josh Allen's pecker? Why is it always coming near me?
Why is it always inside my butt? All right, guys. We're gonna go to the Patreon side of the episode. Patreon.com/interlude podcast. It's just $4 a month. I promise it'll get better. That's the thing. We're actively trying to make the podcast worse and worse. So you're
Yeah.
forced to go to the Patreon side. When
Yeah,
we're
a lot of people would be like, you should give them the best stuff in the beginning because then they're like hooked and they want to
yeah,
subscribe for more. We're like, no, no, no. You want less,
yeah,
but
and
we're
worse.
giving you more.
We're
But
giving you you want less.
you definitely don't want this.
And some people say, "Hey, you guys should be a good podcast that has a lot of listeners, so that you can get advertisers." And what we say is, no, you have to
No.
pay us to not mention your brand.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Please.
it's reverse psychology of advertising.
We made the choice a long time ago. Like we know that. Listen, we got passed by Breezy. You know,
Yeah,
Breezy's got a million sponsorships now. We
greasy
know we
and
could have Moose. Yeah,
moose.
we got moose knuckled a long time ago. All
Yeah,
right. But you know, we have a little thing called integrity,
yeah.
which is why we've driven our podcast into the ground.
I feel like we do have a sense of integrity, and it's really done nothing good for us. Nothing good has come out of it.
No, definitely not.
All right. So patreon.com/interlude podcast. All right. Bye, poor people.